Hey there guys, Candice from Crema Coffee Garage here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another one of the fantastic alternate brewing products that we have available at Crema Coffee Garage. This is the filter-in bottle from Hario. The Hario filter-in bottle has been specifically designed to give you the ability to make cold brew tea from the comfort of your own home. Now, for those of you not familiar with cold brew tea, I'm sure you've heard about cold brew coffee. So cold brew tea works in a very similar way for very similar benefits. You're replacing heat with time to get an end result that is much sweeter in flavour and a lot less of those bitter notes. And let's face it, in the heat of an Australian summer, we'd much prefer a cold iced coffee or a cold iced tea. Another added benefit of cold brew tea is that when you're using a caffeinated tea to make it, you'll actually have a lower caffeine content in your end result, as it's the hot water that aids in the release of that caffeine in the first place. So this will make cold brew tea the perfect drink for anyone out there who has a sensitivity to caffeine. So let's take a closer look at the design. It's a stylish wine bottle shape, which I think is perfect, especially for a sophisticated look for home. But if you're ever at a dinner party and you're just not in the mood for drinking wine or alcohol with your friends, you can still have this stylish bottle made up with your cold brewed tea sitting on the table and you won't feel left out. So there's a glass bottle underneath, and if we remove this here, this is a silicone rubber top. And inside the silicone rubber top is a plastic filter. So this will eventually be what filters out the tea when we're pouring it later. So that just simply locks in with the two little tabs here and the silicone stopper on the top, which looks very, very similar to a wine cork. So why don't we make one? So first of all, you're going to want to take your tea of choice. I'm using these special new release from Tea Drop. They've just released some really beautiful, summery, floral flavours. This one I'm using today is called Birthday Cake, which just sounds delicious. So ingredients wise, it's got some apple pieces, hibiscus, beetroot, rosehip, a bit of marigold petals, a bit of blackberry leaves, and just perfect for cold brew tea. But you can use any loose leaf tea that you have at home, or you could even use tea bags if you really wanted to. There's nothing wrong with that. And that would actually probably make the cleanup a little bit easier for you later. Not that it's a hard one anyway, but just some extra tips there. So you're going to want roughly around 15 to 20 grams of the loose leaf tea. I'm just going to pour that straight in. I'm just going to shake that a little bit at the bottom so we can get a nice even coating. So next we're going to want to pour our water in. I've got this straight from the fridge. However, if you don't have that in the fridge, that's fine. You can get the water straight from the tap. I do recommend filtered water though. You will find it does make a difference to the flavour of the end result. So if you've got access to the filtered water, great. If not, it will still taste beautiful. Don't stress. So we're just going to want to pour the water in up to this top square up the top here. So that's about your 750 ml mark. And I'm going to rotate the bottle as I go because I find that's sometimes a little bit easier to control than this top water canister. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to get a full even coating on the loose leaf tea and some of the gorgeous petals. And you'll already see this beautiful rosy pink colour here. Then all you need to do is just make sure that the plastic filter is secured on tight. Then I'm just going to place it over the top there. You'll hear the air escape as you push it down. Make sure your rubber stops fully in. And then that's just going to go into the fridge. Now, you want to put it at a minimum of 3 hours in the fridge. You can put it in there for longer. Obviously, the longer you leave it, the stronger it will become. So it's really down to personal preference. If you're trying it for the first time, pop it in for the 3 hours, take it out, make yourself a glass and see what you think. And you can always put it back and leave it in there for longer. So I'm going to pop this one in the fridge and we're going to check what it looks like in about 3 hours time. So here it is, guys, 3 hours later, and just straight away you can see the colour difference there, and that's due to that extra brewing time. So don't forget, you can leave it longer if you like, but I wanted to pull it out and show you what we've got. So because of that built-in plastic filter, all you need to do now is pop the cork and pour yourself a glass. It will strain the leaves as you pour. Now, you could also pour it over ice if you wanted that cool temperature to last longer, if you take a little bit longer to drink your tea. Like we mentioned earlier, you could always brew your tea for a longer time frame, then it's more concentrated, and you can pour it over ice, and then as the ice melts, it becomes the perfect drinking flavour and temperature for you. Now, if you're brewing this for yourself at home, and you might take a couple of days to get through it, obviously the longer you leave it, the stronger it will therefore become. Now, obviously the tea will reach a point where no more flavour can be extracted from it, but do just keep in mind that once you get to those last few cups, you may need to add some ice or some extra water just to bring it back to the flavour and the strength that you like. As for the cleanup, it's really simple. Once it's all finished, all you have to do is pour out the used tea leaves, give it a nice hot soapy wash, or it can actually go in the dishwasher, which is an awesome added bonus if you ask me. And then you're ready to brew again. So that's it for the Hario filter in bottle, a great one when it comes to cold brew tea. So if you like, you can head on over to our website, cremacoffeegarage.com.au, and you can shop this baby. Perfect present for any of your tea loving friends out there. But also, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, and then that way you'll be notified as soon as we release a video. No more waiting. And while you're also on your device, head on over to our Facebook, to our Instagram page. Give us a like, give us a follow, but don't forget to send us some messages and give us some suggestions of what you'd like to see us review next. Thanks, guys.